Guys, welcome to my kitchen series. This is Milambuka. So today I'm gonna do a quick tip on how to deep fry using less oil. You know how most times when you fry oil, like you're frying meat and you're gonna throw it in the oil and you like run far back so it doesn't spill on you. I'm just gonna show you a quick trick I do to avoid all of that. Okay, the thing is, what I do is what you usually would do with a deep fryer. But then again, deep fryer is not really realistic for most of us. Like, some people cannot afford it. And then it's a waste of oil. Like, I have a deep fryer, but then I need a lot of oil, you know, with my deep fryer. And honestly, it's not realistic, especially for people who don't like refrying their oil like me. I prefer not to refry oil. So if I use the oil, it has to be that I'm cooking something else, you know, and so I just use it immediately for whatever I'm cooking next. Like, I'm gonna fry stew, so I fry the meat and then I start frying my stew. But if I just need to fry, like I fry something, like I fry buff, you know, I don't want to reduce the oil like the next day or in 2 days time. When you use deep fryer, you kind of need, like, say 2 liters of oil, 1 liter of oil. Then you start to be like, I don't want to waste this oil. So in order to avoid all of those kind of stories, this is what I do. Okay, like to save oil. I'm going to show you. So I was saying, to save oil, right? So I just get a pan and I put a little bit of oil. Say oil that's enough for me to cook the next thing I'm going to cook. Clearly this isn't 1 liter of oil. I just put a little bit of oil. I keep the heat off. I don't want, you know, like back home, what we do is we turn on the heat and then let it get hot before you put the whatever you're frying. I don't do that, because when you do that, it will start pop, 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 and then you start running back. So those are the things that I was trying to avoid in this video. So I keep the heat off, okay? And then I start putting the meat. And I put the meat. When I finish, I turn on the heat. Do you understand what I'm saying? With the heat turned off. Okay, just a little thing. With the heat turned off, you just put the meat. Obviously, my hands are washed. Done. So as you can see, it's fried. Woo! Imagine if I left it open and that kind of boom. Imagine that hitting you in your face. So now I'll just leave it. If I think that it's ready for me to turn it the other side, what I do is I turn off the heat. So I let it slow down. I let the cooking slow down. You see, it's still frying. So I just let it cool down. It has to cool down. When it cools down a bit, then I'll open it and turn. The heat is still turned. It's still off the heat. So now I start to turn. See? Before you put your meat, honestly, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna fry. When I'm done with this, I close it back. I turn back the heat and let it continue frying. Now I've turned it off. I've turned off the heat. So I'm allowing the hotness of the oil to continue frying the meat. Okay? So the heat is off. What this does is it still cools it off a little bit so that by the time I open it, there's no more poo. So look at this. Voila.